Hello, everyone. This is Adrian at firstthinkers.com. This is my Kinder Phonics resource that you can use through Google Classroom. Now, on it, I provide a PowerPoint version as well as a Google Slides version. You can also use it through Seesaw. You can use it through Class Dojo, Canvas, lots of different platforms you can use it through. I primarily use it through Google Classroom, though, because that's what my school district uses for elementary. Now, there's 6 different resources within Kinderphonics. There's Short A. This one is pirate themed. You get 20 slides with 20 different words. Okay. So there's Short A. There's Short I. Short I's theme is in a classroom. And we have, looks like glue as the letters. It's like for this one's legs. So they'd go, oops, I did the wrong one first. We had to go O, E, G. Okay, they drag and drop that into the white space. We also have Short I. So this one is like a theme in the pond. We also have Short O. This one's on the beach. Kind of sad that the first picture is one of a girl sobbing. But yeah, so the word is sob. And each of these also come with an answer key as well. So if there's a picture that maybe a student doesn't get and the context is there's just so it's hard to, like this one, see with the arrow, it's mom. But some of them, if it's not easy, I know there's been some resources I've gotten and I've had a student ask me, what is this? And I didn't know what it was. And so having an answer key is really nice. And I provide those with each resource. Okay. And then we also have Short U. This one's like in a field. And then we also have short vowel mix. Okay. So this has all the vowels mixed together. And this one's like kind of like a jungle, like dinosaurish kind of theme. Okay. And so let's go back to the first one, Short A. So the one thing that I will be doing with my students is making sure I introduce this first as a whole group activity. So like on this, maybe I have a smart board. And so what I will be doing, I will be presenting this on a smart board. I will be choosing students to come up through randomly, like through Sticks or Class Dojo. I like Sticks though, because they can actually see the physical sticks coming out. With Class Dojo, sometimes it gets mixed up and then it resets itself. And so it chooses the same student again by accident. So I like using Sticks a lot. That's helpful, especially so the kids can see it and that you're being fair with them. And so I'll have a student come up, and as a class, I'm going to have them say, what is this? And then we'll say, what's this picture of? And then I'll say a cat. Now, if they don't know what it is, maybe I'll have them do a think, pair, share. And then I'll randomly pick a stick to see what it is. Or I can ask the whole class what it is again. So like this is a cat. So then I'll have the whole class together. I'll model it first. So I'll go, k, a, t. What's that word? Cat. So I'll model it first for them. And then like for this one, all the pictures are always going to be in the boat for this one. And so like that's a pan. And so I'll have students go, what is this? Pan. And then the one student that I called up, they will be the ones that move it. And then as a class, though, all of us would be going, p, a, n. What's that word? Pan. Okay, so you got to make sure, I want to make sure that my students blend it with all together. So we just don't go p, a, n, and move on. It's really good for them to get that experience with blending it. Okay. So I have 20 different slides with 20 different words. So they get plenty of practice. So the nice thing with this, since there's so many, is you could have maybe 10 that you do together as a class, whole group. And then you can have students go back. And so the nice thing with this, there's a lot of nice things with this, but then one thing you can do as well, you can set 10, you can make it you can make 2 different Google Slides with this. You can maybe do one that's for a whole group, and then you can delete, like maybe I'll delete that because I only want 10 for my students. So we'll do the first 10 together, and then I want to send this one to them so that they'll have this one that they do not whole group, by themselves on their Chromebooks. Okay. And you can also, like for this one's tagged, but maybe a student wouldn't know. Maybe this is beginning of the year and they need more scaffolding. And so what you can also do is you can maybe put the beginning sound on this one. And so students can go, t, and then they go ag. So they have that first sound for them already. or maybe you want the ending, you want to focus on, like I'm going to put the ending sound for them instead. And so they have to go, or at, okay? So you'd have to do all this before you have students make a copy of it through Google Classroom, okay? Or like if you're using the PowerPoint, because PowerPoints are really good to use with iPads since PowerPoint is free, you can edit the PowerPoint first and then make a copy and send it to your students through like AirPlay or something. And I provide also, if you would like to get this resource, I also provide instructions and some video tutorials on how to distribute this to your students and how to like set up your Google Classroom account and stuff like that. Okay, so if you have any questions at all on this, this was a really fun resource to make, and I'm so excited to share this with my students. I did share it with my students during distance learning in 2020, but it's kind of hard to, the kids loved it, but I just really want to do this in person with them, like during centers. So like introduce maybe like the first one with short A, and do like I told you, where I will do a whole group and then they'll do it individually. And then for the next ones, I'll probably do it as centers, during our ELA centers. Because I do have other like school stuff that we use, like Lexia and Imagine Learning. But if I'm focusing, those are individualized, which is great. But if I'm focusing on a certain phonics skill and I really need to know if my student knows that yet, or like maybe they've already done it in Imagine Learning and I can see those reports, but I just want to make sure they got it, then I can do this. And I can check in Google Classroom, I can check my grades because it made a copy, like I said, and you can just check all their work to see if they didn't get it, if they need more support, if I need to help them in a small group. All right, if you have any questions at all, you can email me at customer service at firstthinkers.com. Thank you.